Here's one of my MGs. It's actually not that dark out, but this is a dark storage unit. I don't have any lights. So I'm going to go over. This car was left outside for a few years, and the top and the seat are ruined, and some of the wood is definitely soft, and will have to be replaced. There's no way around it. But that being said, the body's actually in nice shape. The paint is gone, but there is surface rust on it. But actually, all the metal is in very good shape. I'm going to walk through and show some of the high points because there's actually a lot to like about this car. Okay, so first off, we've actually got actual MG bumpers, not aftermarket. I'm not too familiar with the different options. I know these didn't originally come with them, but I know there was bumpers offered. This seems to be a set of bumpers from MG and not a set of bumpers for an MG. Okay, and then we've obviously got these, I forget the name of these, but the turn signals. We've seen these on Harleys. It's got the glass bulb, not plastic. And then you can see the interior. It's not great. But what we do have is extra gauges because this is an interesting car. This has a supercharger. So we've got the speedometer, the steering wheel. I've got the key for the ignition. But we also have, it's hard to see this stuff. We've got oil temperature, oil pressure. We've got the boost gauge because that's the supercharger, water temp, amp meter. And we got things have been rearranged a little bit on here. And then, of course, we've got the speedometer at 52,873. Windshield. The door is actually still closed nicely, so the wood isn't completely gone. It might be just the floors are soft. Maybe the structure might actually be fine. Oh, also, I've got a nice set of side curtains for this. Obviously, the top frame is here, but the top itself is not in good shape. Now, surprisingly, all this chrome is actually pretty nice. I would have expected it to be kind of pitted, but it's not. There's a matching bumper to the front. This front piece has been chromed. This car was like somebody's pride and joy. They actually spent a lot of money on this, so there's a lot of extra chromed parts. You can see the brake drums have been chromed, this front panel. And then we have this racing style radiator cap. And it has Marshall headlights that I took out, but I'm going to put those back in. One interesting thing, the guy, when he had taken the car, parked it outside, he took out the bottom seats. So they're not perfect, but they're not ripped. There's actually nothing, they're just, used. You can see all this chrome will actually clean up. This whole radiator grill is actually not in bad shape. And it's got the this instead of the slats. You can go around the car. I mean, obviously the wheels were chromed at one time, the brake drums, and that chrome has gone, it's kind of gone bad. Again, the door is closed perfect, so I'm going to say the wood in the body is actually in good shape. It's the floors. The floors are going to need some work. Obviously, back here you can see the wood is split and stuff. So we'll take a look at the engine. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, this has a Arnold heater, which is kind of interesting. So now we want to open this up. So we got a chrome valve cover. We have a Marshall supercharger, an early one, not a Marshall Nordic, a Marshall. Can't really get in there to see it well. Read it. I thought it was an A75 or something. No, that's the hose. I just took that off. But I need one, but this one is for the heater hose, so that stays with the heater. I can't use it for what I wanted to. And then we have a Mallory coil, And I'll show you the other part of that. I took the thermostat out to fix another car, one that's like closer to being drivable. So I was actually currently running. Then we have a Mallory dual point distributor, and then a chrome breather cover, and the fuel pump I took off. Got it working and used it in one of the other cars that's ready to go. So, but I do have a spare electric fuel pump, so this will have one. We get the spark plug holder. Numbers matching engine and frame. This one I don't have a title for. This was this car came from Connecticut, and the guy that's had it never transferred the title. He tried to transfer the title, and there's a problem with the Secretary of State didn't understand that Connecticut at the time didn't issue titles for older cars. That the registration and the bill of sale was your title essentially for Illinois. So he sent all the information out, and they sent it back, and then he just never did anything with it. And then when I went to the executor of the estate, he tried to get a title finishing what his brother had started, and they wouldn't. The state wouldn't help him, so he had to start over from scratch. So I do have registration from Connecticut going, I think, up to about 95. No, it says it stopped in 78. I think he bought it like in 1995 or something. So, and obviously it sat for years, and then he bought it, and then he let it sit for years. So there's number one.